Hey guys, Dale LePage here.
And I'm Tina Marie Billing.
Welcome to another episode of Pride TV. We've got great guests coming your way, so stay tuned. Come in, sit back, relax. We've got your Pride TV. We're bringing you some Pride TV. We've got so much to share right here on Pride TV. We're bringing you your Pride TV.
And now, Pride TV with Dale LePage.
Sweet Paws Rescue is a registered nonprofit animal rescue based in Massachusetts. Sweet Paws Rescue is a grassroots, boots-on-the-ground, shelterless, foster-based, and volunteer-powered organization. Sweet Paws Rescue primarily works within two of the poorest counties in Mississippi and Alabama since 2011. They have rescued over 7,000 puppies, dogs, and cats that would not have had a chance at life otherwise. They are also a local resource for abandoned and displaced animals seized in cruelty cases. For more information about Sweet Paws Rescue, go to www.sweetpawsrescue.org/FAQS. Or for adoption information, go to www.sweetpawsrescue.org/dogs-for-adoption. Thank you.
Pride TV is presented by Fallon Health and sponsored by Remax Vision, Bay State Savings Bank, Safe Homes, Paul Chase and Interior Design, Nuovo Restaurant, Dr. Frank P. Fetchner Plastic Surgery, Art Reach, Root and Press Cafe and Bookstore, Herd Strategy and Storytelling, Castanetti Realty Group, and Eastern Bank.
Hi everyone, hi Dale, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and we're here with Listen to the Lady. Today I have a very special guest, Miss
Edwina Typhoon.
Yes, aloha.
Yes.
So I have her today because the topic that we're going to be discussing is drag, but a very specific question in drag, which is, what does drag empower us to do? So I'll start. Drag empowered me with public speaking, being able to really feel comfortable in my skin, speaking in front of like large crowds. It truly has helped me with a lot of, and also self-expression, feeling like there are certain things that I can do or can't do. Drag just eliminates all of that because we can do anything.
Absolutely anything we want.
Yeah, it's a lovely feeling. So, Edwina.
Well, for me, I've always been, I'm a plus size gal. I know, right? They used to call me 2 tons of fun, but then I lost some of the weight.
Now she's just fun!
But no, I mean, in the gay community, sometimes it is very visual, and, when you're, there's always no fats, no femmes. I was both. So becoming Edwina, I was able to go out there, and everyone was like, oh my God, you're stunning, you're beautiful. I was able to talk to people. I was able to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was very shy. I'm very shy as a boy. Shut up, I know. It's shocking, but it's true. I could never talk to people. I could never go up to anyone. When I put on this hair and the makeup, I'm just like the life of the party. It's like, Sylvia Fine just like plowing through life.
It's true. It's true. A lot of us find our inner voice by wearing a mask or a costume, that allows us to kind of explore those places of ourselves that we would normally feel way too judged to do. Like when we pick music that fits our personality for the moment. And in addition to our personality for the moment, it's our way of kind of how we interpret the music. So we get to really like be that artist for a minute. No, not that I think I'm the artist for the moment. I mean, I'm not that important.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
It's true. I paid to lie.
She's paid to lie.
I am.
I pay her in food.
She does. That's how,
Ah,
2 piece and a biscuit.
that's it.
It's
That's
true.
it. That's what she looks like at the beach.
really is.
2-piece and a biscuit.
Last time they called pita. I thought they were talking about bread. Little did I know.
Right? Little
It's
did I
true.
know.
But see, we can talk like that. In drag, we get to say what everyone is thinking. It's
True.
like, that Joan Rivers way. We're the ones that people turn to a lot of times in the community. We are the ones that are, we're spearheading things in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And figureheads. People know who we are. They feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew Lady Sabrina long before she knew me. It's true. I was that scared little boy, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? I mean, well, there's all of this. All of these. This hair, everything.
I don't know what she's talking about.
When I was at the clubs, I'd be like, oh my, there's someone that I knew. It felt like a friendly person because the drag queens were the ones that went up to you.
No, absolutely.
And my very first time was at the old Mirror Bar when I first went out to my very first gay bar. And it was a drag show, randomly. And I had Jacqueline Demira from Providence come up to me and introduce herself and ask if I was staying for the show. That was, I'm not going to say how many years ago, but a long time ago.
But here's the thing is that drag is all up to your individual. It doesn't matter if you're a man, you're a woman, you're
an artist.
You're an artist. So it doesn't matter what you are, it's the quality of what you bring to the stage that makes you an artist. So I hope that answered your question. Love you all so much. I'm thankful that Miss Edwina joined me tonight.
I was so thankful to be part of this.
And I will see you next month with another letter. Mwah. Love you all. Bye, Dale.
Boy, do we have a fun episode for you right now. I'm here with our guests
AJ Lido from the No Evil Project.
and
Author Mimi LeMay.
now I wanted AJ to be on the show today because I'm a big fan of the No Evil Project, and I'm actually I'm showing off my disco titties. Here we go. There we go. I love this t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. It's a women's large. That's the best way for me to get the perfect fit for yeah. That's true. That's true. All right. So first of all, let's just jump right in with your organization, the mission of it. I mean, it is just growing and growing, and go.
So the No Evil Project is a not-for-profit organization that uses photography and a little bit of silliness to create conversations around stereotypes and labels. So often our world creates a life for others by applying labels, whether it be the distinctions that our family brings forward. We are X, we are Y, we don't do LMNOP. You'll never be insert your personal dream.
Right.
Through the No Evil Project and its participation, and recently we've added some beautiful curriculum for our educational institutions.
Oh, I wasn't unaware. That's wonderful.
It's absolutely incredible. Our team is just amazing. All prominent educators in Worcester County and supporting our students, and also giving us the opportunity to start early. So participation in the No Evil Project is a ton of fun and really, really quick. So Dale is a member. We're very, very happy to have you.
So I go to many events because of my job, and at my events that I do attend, you're at so many of them, and I love that. I absolutely love that you're there. Now, let's just start about like how the tent thing works and what happens when people go in.
Absolutely, yeah. So at almost every event that takes place in Worcester County, and also part of our team is in Boston and Salem, Massachusetts today.
Close to us.
Yeah, so I'll get to see
great.
you there, Mimi. Yeah. And so what you'll see is the No Evil Project tent, or you'll see some banners similar to these here. And the opportunity or the choosing to participate in the project is to pose for 3 fun photos.
Right.
So each participant poses in the 3 wise monkey poses. So see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. So that's first, we get to have fun we get to relax a little bit. In addition to that, each participant chooses 3 labels.
Right.
So many of us
I
have
remember
grown
that,
up,
yeah.
so many of us have grown up having labels applied to us. Our mom said we were A, B, and C. Our teachers said we were D, E, and F. And I remember as a child, I was confused because some of them I didn't agree with, some of them I didn't feel. Well, then with the No Evil Project, I get to decide who I am. I get to decide who I tell the world, or what I tell the world about. And there's a question that's part of each of our participants' profile on our website that allows everyone to share a good deed.
Oh, I don't remember that part. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so check your profile. I'll text it to you later.
Thank you.
So the reality is that none of us, and Tina, we were talking about this earlier, none of us are born evil.
Right.
Some of us go through life, we have experiences where we maybe become bitter. We're raised in environments where we're not respected, we're not honored for our authenticity, and we shut down.
True.
Through the No Evil Project, many, many participants have used it as a vehicle to open up. Personally, organizations have used it as an opportunity to open up conversations. Specific interest groups have created safe space to open up conversations for individual expression, for expression and participation in groups where they identify.
Speaking of businesses, does your project go into different businesses and meet with HR people or something like that? How does that work?
That's
We
wonderful.
do.
Yeah.
So the project is so incredibly universal that it would take miles and miles and miles of internet pages to display all of the options that are available. The No Evil Project fits as a team building exercise. Regardless of where we are, the No Evil Project is creating community.
Right.
Often I see friendships begin by 2 individuals sitting on a park bench. It just happened this past year at Worcester Pride. We were gratefully positioned right across from 5 park benches along the walkway.
Right.
So we
right,
would
right.
hand our clipboard to the participant after they've been photographed. They're selecting their labels. They're sharing their good deeds.
And they're sitting next to each other
they're
and
sitting next to
glancing at each other.
Right,
Yeah.
they did, just like us.
Yeah.
We did not know each other before today. We're sharing,
Yeah.
we're coming from vulnerability, we're filled with joy after posing with the fun photos.
Right.
What a
And-
powerful tool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And immediately the relationship is deeper.
Yeah.
We go from 2 people who work together, 2 people at the Pride event, 2 people at the Start on the Street festival, to lifetime friends. Or resources for each other.
Right, and connecting people is so important. We do a lot of that here for Pride TV. I'll give you an example. I met a woman who was a guest on the show who recently had her transgender son. He was refused treatment at a hospital. She reached out to me, and because of this show, I had the resources to help her and send her the right names, the right connections, and you're right. It's all about people connecting, and it's really important for every community, especially, but ours in general. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I do have the honor of being a board member with the No Evil Project, and it is so heartwarming to receive emails, to have individuals stop me on the street, not at a No Evil Project event, just
Right.
I'm in the grocery store, one time, and the person shares the good deed that I have, or they share one of my labels. Our technology allows all of our participants to click on one of their labels or search through our membership community and look at the labels. One of my most favorite ones that we have in common is a singer. So
Oh, yes,
I'm
yeah,
a professionally
yeah,
trained singer.
yeah.
So I can click on my profile, click on the word singer, and I can see all of
All
the
of the
other
singers.
members of the
Oh,
project
you might
that
have some
identify.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
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 This would be useful in schools,
Yes.
Yes.
especially with anti-bullying measures and
Right.
teaching more social emotional learning, which is part of the curriculum these days. This would fit in perfectly.
It absolutely is. And I have seen some incredible leaps of faith among high school students. So our project does have a public page, but we've done a significant amount of work with schools where we keep all of the information secured within the school. We're not blasting it all on the internet.
It's it, yeah.
Within the school environment, it's incredibly powerful. One high school that we worked with, there was close to a dozen students who came out.
Because of the project?
Yes. They came out with regard to their orientation.
Wow.
They
That's
came-
astounding.
They came out with serious mental health statuses. In treatment, definitely not exhibiting any of the symptoms. Creating the safe space. That individual, 15, 16, 17 years old, stood in their power, generated dignity for their peers.
Wow. Wow.
And we're in class, and I look across, and I think, I want to be Tina Marie when I grow up.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we as a class participate in the No Evil Project, and I find out that we have the deepest, darkest secret that one day a long time ago we were afraid. Now I know Tina has it too.
Yeah.
We're together.
Powerful.
That's
Powerful,
amazing.
safe spaces.
When I first entertained the idea of starting Pride TV, I didn't even know if I could get the support behind it. But doing research to start this, I went into 5 different high schools to talk to their GSAs. And for those of you who might not know, a GSA is a Gay Straight Alliance group. It's a support group for LGBTQIA students. And they gave me so much insight. The passion they showed really made me see, like, okay, there's a need for this show.
Yeah.
And I've got to make this happen. And it didn't happen overnight, but that high school interaction was powerful, like you're saying. Now, I want to jump over to our author guest. I'm going to hold this up. This is What We Will Become, A Mother, a Son, and a Journey of Transformation by Memi LeMay. And this book is getting great press. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be on.
I've met you once or twice before. I think we originally met at an event called First Event.
Right, which was just this past weekend.
Which was just this past weekend, but this was years ago,
Years
I think.
ago,
Yes.
yeah.
And you're kind of like a superstar in this kind of, yeah, you are. You're called on to speak in different venues all over. And you're a great speaker and now a great author. I hope I'm not going to embarrass you, but I want to, because I did a little research, people coming in. I didn't do any for you because I know you so well. But I wanted to read to our viewers just a snippet of what one of the reviews on your book said. This is a beautiful work and one that I believe will last beyond fad. Not only is it a gripping saga of a young child's gender dysphoria woven into the story of his brilliant mother's heart-rending walk away from her conservative Jewish orthodoxy upbringing, but it is so well written, it would stand as a brilliant work even if it were fiction, but it is not. So your reviews are just, I just got goosebumps reading that. So
I actually did see that review, and I made sure to read it to the members of my family because I was exceptionally proud of it.
this is a long time coming, and how long did it take you to write this?
About 3.5 years. So what it began as a blog piece that I put online called A Letter to My Son Jacob on his 5th birthday. And in it, I wrote to my son our feelings about, when he was born, how he began at the age of 2.5 to tell us that he was a boy, even though his sex assigned at birth was female, and my confusion and my doubt and my distrust in myself and my all the the pieces of the journey that we went through that I think are similar to what a lot of parents of trans kids go through, until finally at the end recognizing that he was right about himself, that we needed to listen and allow him to live authentically. And he transitioned shortly after his 4th birthday, but the letter I wrote to him on his 5th birthday was my first piece of advocacy, and it went viral. And after that, a couple of folks reached out to me in the publishing business and said, you know, hey, what about a bigger book? Would you consider that? And after talking to our family, and to Jacob in particular, my son, we decided to go for it. And so, yeah, writing that book was about a 3-year process, about a year of intense writing, and a lot of things on the other end.
Being an author, I can imagine, is very cathartic too. Did you work through a lot of things that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
A lot of tears, a lot of laughter.
A lot of tears, a lot of laughter. And there were 2 very emotionally heavy pieces to this book, because half of it is about me growing up in a highly gendered, ultra-Orthodox Jewish community.
Which is a part of you that I was unaware of.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be very anxious to read
Yeah,
this.
so when I was growing up, I was told as a woman in this community I had a very set role to play in life,
Right.
and a destiny that was God-given to me, within this Orthodox philosophy. And it took me many years to realize that it wasn't right for me and to break out of it. But I noticed the same notes when I was thinking about transitioning my son. People who would say, well, this isn't the way he was made, or, God designed him so. And it's so like the parallels between those 2 journeys, me having the courage to allow my son to live his authentic life after having struggled so long to live my authentic life, I felt that those 2 stories needed to be woven. And that's where the concept for the book came.
Now, it is getting terrific reviews. And is this in bookstores yet? Or is
it's in bookstores, on Amazon, on any major retailer that sells books.
And are you doing a book tour with this?
I've been to New York and DC, and I will probably be going back to New York. I've also been in Cambridge, and I'm going all across Massachusetts.
One of the things I want our viewers to realize is you, in the past, in your passion for this, you've received national attention for your works, and bravo to you. You're just such a great advocate. And do you have a favorite part of the book, or is it just like the whole thing, like your baby?
Oh, a favorite part of the book. I love what I consider the climax of the book, which is towards the end, I'm having this moment of great doubt after Jacob chose his name. We were going to go through that full social transition, his name and his pronouns. And then the next day I said to myself, what am I doing? And I could hear the voice of my very conservative mother in my head.
It's still there.
We all have one, right?
Still, that
it's voice
still
in our
there.
head.
Yeah.
And she was saying, this isn't going to be good for him. You're pushing him down a road.
But this is the road he's choosing.
He's choosing to be on, but at that time, 2014, there wasn't a lot of support out there for young families with young trans kids.
I can't imagine that there was.
Yeah,
right.
and so we felt very alone in this journey, and so I had this moment of great doubt, and I said to myself, maybe we need to pick something which at least for me feels a little bit more gender neutral as a name, and that was just my moment of doubt. And I had a dream that night, and it brought me back to my seminary days and my religious days, and I woke up feeling powerfully the need to commune with the God that I hadn't spoken to for many years. And I got an answer, and I won't ruin it, but the answer was so blindingly clear that I was on the road I was meant to be on, and that protecting my son and letting him live his authentic life was the most important thing for me to be able to do for him.
All right, I'm a little misty right now, just having you tell the story. I cannot wait, honestly, I can't wait to read this.
Thank you.
Did you have any support system through writing the book, or going through this journey with your son? Did you have some family, some friends, anybody to support you?
Yeah, so we did. Our friends were all very supportive, but back in the day, and most of them at the time, before I made new friends, most of them didn't really have trans kids, so they could kind of like hold my hand and say,
Right.
I'm sure you're doing the right thing, but they weren't really able to give me a lot of advice. Now I have a wonderful expanded community that includes friends who don't have trans kids, but those who do, and I'm part of the HRC community, Human Rights Campaign, because I'm on their National Council for Transgender Equality as a parent. Back in the day, I didn't have access to a lot of these things because I didn't know they were there.
Right.
I hadn't heard of PFLAG.
Right.
Yeah.
And only after the transition did I start to become connected to these groups. And NAGLI, for example, in Salem. Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we've come to the end of this segment of our show, but really quickly, how can they find out about No Evil?
The No Evil Project is at noevilproject.com.
And What We Will Become is online. It's on Amazon and bookstores, and you can go to mimilamay.com.
All right, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here today, and we'll be back with more.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. Today, I am at Lesley University participating in World Mental Health Day by volunteering and watching the performance of This Is My Brave College Edition. This is a organization that believes that sharing stories saves lives with living with mental illness and addiction. I performed in the 2017 Boston edition, and I am currently going to be filming for the documentary at the All-Star Show in April of 2020 in Washington, D.C.
I own the road that led me to my breaking point. My success and my self-destruction went undiagnosed for nearly 30 years. Like, I had every indication of somebody living with bipolar disorder. And then at the end of one therapy session, my therapist peppered in PTSD and social anxiety, which got really confusing because I wasn't sure what color the ribbon to wear or who to walk for. But being diagnosed with mental illness, it truly saved my life. Like, it gave a name to the shame about the person I had become. And it's also been the explanation, not the excuse, that has allowed me to be someone living with mental illness rather than somebody that is suffering from one.
I'm Marshall, and I'm the co-founder and executive director of This Is My Brave. I thought my life was over when I learned I had mental illness 14 years ago, at the age of 26. For me, that rock bottom was the beginning of what would become something beautiful, only I didn't know it at the time. We're breaking down those unfair societal pressures that tell us perfection is key. It's okay not to be okay. By telling our stories, we normalize the fact that our brains get sick sometimes too, and we need to be there for each other by having these real, honest conversations about how we're doing. Our Brave cast tonight is joining our community of storytellers from all over the US and Australia who've decided to be brave and put their stories out there. Over 750 of them who have shared their heartbreaking, inspiring stories on our stages in 61 plus shows so far. It's our mission to get to a place where we no longer have to call it brave for talking openly about mental health issues. We believe it should simply be called talking.
You told us we would not survive us. Guess what? We thrive today. We are invincible. So send us your worst. We're shouting from the rooftop, saying, watch me go. We're standing up, ready to explode. And when the time stops, jump into unknown. We're standing up, we're ready to show. We are the thrivers of the world. Let's go. We are thrivers. We are thrivers.
I'm so proud to be a part of such an amazing organization. To learn how to get more involved, check out thisismybrave.org and make sure you get a checkup from the neck up. Until next time, everybody, be responsible for the energy you bring into this world. Practice compassion and tolerance. Take care, everybody.
Well, my sweet friends, we have come to the end of another episode of Pride TV. And as always, thank you for learning with us because we always learn every single episode.
Yes, we do.
And we're going to end the show the way we always do by saying, please don't be afraid to shine your light.
Because you might be lighting the way for someone in need.
Until next time.